How you doing today? We are here to learn how to do the Glam Girl. Before we start this tutorial, let's talk a little bit about the Glam Girl style. So Glam Girl has a little bit of coverage over the eye. She has a slight bevel at the ends. Other than that, she's really just sleek, shiny, smooth blowout. Not a lot of body at the root, pretty smooth. You can see there's not a lot of lift there. So we're really gonna focus more on like the mids and ends for this style. The only real goal that we're gonna have at the top is to make it super sleek and smooth and then give that coverage over the eye like we said before. So in this photo, our model has like a side bang, very long side bang. Our mannequin does not. She's literally straight out of the box, so her hair's just long. So we're gonna go over the style. Obviously that portion would be different depending on your existing guest's, style around their face. So again, as we mentioned in our last video, the most important things to start with when you are setting yourself up for a blow dry is grabbing the right products. So being Erica's hair, I'm probably gonna grab something like Hydrate Sheer when I'm at the back bar, because I really just want something lightweight. I don't want anything heavy, and I just wanna help control the frizz. So that's gonna be my choice for her at the shampoo bowl. When we get back to my chair, I'm gonna go ahead and use Color Fanatic. I'm going to follow that with the Shine Tame Serum by Pureology. I absolutely love this, you guys. This product is awesome for when you're taking your guest photos before they leave. Putting a little bit on your hands, this product can be used wet or dry hair. So putting a little bit on the palm of your hands and then smoothing it through their hair before you take their photos, your guest's hair will be super, super shiny. So being that Glam Girl has a lot of shine, this product's gonna be awesome for every blowout. And then at the very end, before she leaves, we're going to finish with the Pureology Soft Touch hairspray. Trying to get that to focus for you guys. There you go. So other than that, we really don't need any products for her today. So let's go ahead and jump in. I've already brought Erica back to my chair. I've already sectioned her out into my 3 blow dry quads. I've already done my rough dry on her. So she's really ready to go. So I'm just gonna jump in and show you guys how I would do the blowout. Because of the style over the face, that's the first section that I wanna go ahead and blow dry. So when she comes back to my chair, that's exactly where I'm going to begin, is on the heavier side, because this is essentially where she's gonna get all of that shape to create the look that she's going for. So that's where we're gonna get started today. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump in on my first section, and I'm gonna let you guys watch and see what I do. All right, let's check in. So I'm starting, like I said, in one of her first 3 sections, and I'm starting with the one that's giving all of the shape around Erica's face. The style doesn't need much elevation, so I'm literally just coming straight out from the head, and then you'll see me beveled ends right at the very, very end of her style. So I'm gonna do that literally the entire way up. I wanna let my dryer cool, right? My round brush cool as I'm blow drying through this area, because in the Glam Girl style, she has lots of, like, it's not a twirl. It's literally just like a slight bevel. So you wanna make sure that that section can cool so that you can get that beveled end for her. And then as we come up through the section, initially we're going this direction, right, with our blow dry. And then once we get up into the very, very top, we're gonna grab her like bang section or fringe, whatever, face frame, whatever your guest has. And you're gonna take that section, you're gonna blow dry, and you're gonna give it a slight kick back. So I'm literally just gonna work my entire way through this section and let you guys watch and observe. So like we mentioned in our first video, start at zone 1, I'm letting that dry completely. I'm making sure I don't have any frizz, nothing like that. Then I'm following through to zone 2 and 3, giving a slight bevel and no elevation in my blow dry. Just, well, I guess there is an elevation because I'm coming straight from the head. But I'm not, you know, I'm not over directing. I'm not trying to get any oomph in her root area. So I'm gonna go the whole way through this section and then we can chat about it when I'm finished. Okay, so I want to chat about a couple of things that are happening as I get to the top of Erica's head. In the beginning of this blow dry, I said that we didn't want to create much elevation because we're not looking at lift. We're not looking to create lift at the root. So that still stands true. However, as we're getting to the round of her head and to the top of her head, to get her root area, her zone 1 area completely dry and to make it fit on the round brush, we do need to grab that section, make sure the hair is on that section, and we do need to give it a slight bit of elevation. We're not trying to elevate the style. We literally just want to make sure that we're calming down all of these frizzy sections of hair and not leaving her with any fuzz. So you don't need to over direct because you're not trying to create lift, but you do want to lift up so that this entire section has room for the air of your blow dryer to completely flow through it and dry the section full. You know, you don't want to leave her with any damp hair. Another thing that's starting to happen is as I'm getting into her bang area, which is creating all of her like movement basically in this style, I'm grabbing my section and I'm bringing it literally, you can see Erica's face here, right? So I'm bringing my round brush completely out from her face, totally forward and away from her. This is really the only section I'm gonna do this in on the blow dry is wherever. So like if my part's here, right, this is gonna be the section where I'm grabbing that hair. If it's the other side of my head, same thing. But that front section is where you wanna grab that hair and bring it forward. And then as you come down and you dry it, you wanna bend. You can literally just like step to the side, bend and give that like a, you know, let the dryer cool and bring it back away from the face. That's good, but that's what's going to give her that shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish through this section and then I'm just gonna jump over to the other side of her head because I'm gonna blow dry it exactly the same. The only difference is that I'm not going to create the shape through the front. I'm just gonna come straight up from the head, give her a nice sleek blow dry and then bevel her at the ends. So I'm gonna go ahead and work through here and move on to my next section and then we'll chat when I get over to the back. So Erica is completely done and styled around the front. The reason that we want to start in the front is because a lot of people tend to have calyx and things like that. I mean, I have them, so you can see. So if you don't start in the area where you want to create the shape before it begins drying on its own, then the calyx are going to start doing whatever they want before you have any room to control them. So starting in the front of her face allows you to create that shape before it's completely dry, get it set, and then you can move on to the back. I mean, the rest of this blow dry it's pretty simple. So you're just going to move up the back section. I can show you. I literally just grabbed like one big section, and then I'm just going to drop these down, one at a time, and I'm going to drop down sections that are the same size as my round brush, like we talked about in our previous video as well. So this is I believe this is a 2 1/4, and maybe a 2 1/2, I'm not sure, but they're the 65s that we have in the salon. So when you're taking that round brush, you want to make sure that whatever amount of hair you're grabbing is going to fit easily on the round brush, so that the air from your dryer is getting through all of that hair and drying the whole entire section. So this whole section, you're just gonna work your entire way up, make sure it's dry completely, make sure there's no frizz at the root, give it a slight bevel at the ends, maybe a hint of volume when you get into the crown area, but the photo, she's pretty sleek through the entire thing. So I would just dry completely and give it a slight bevel, and at the end I would marry it all together. So I'm gonna go ahead and work through my entire back section while you guys watch, and then we will get together at the end of the video and I'll chat a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm going through the hair and I'm just combing all these sections down, kind of putting my hands in the hair to make sure that there's no damp areas. If there are, obviously I'm gonna go back and blow dry through those. And then I'm just giving that slight bevel at the ends again. When you get to this point, this is for this specific style, this is when you'd wanna grab the Shine Time serum again, put it in the palm of your hands and just rub it over the surface of her hair. That's gonna create that shine that is provided in the Glam Girl. If somebody has thicker hair, maybe it's a little bit more like staticky or flyaway, something like that, then maybe you wanna grab an oil, something a little bit heavier. But the Shine Time serum is the one I chose for this example because it's really, really lightweight. It can be used on wet hair and dry hair, and it's great for everybody's hair type in my opinion. But if you feel like you're struggling with the fuzzy pieces, I'd probably grab a little bit of oil, I'd put it on that section, and then I'd go get my round brush and I would hit those sections again. and then you're just gonna give her a little bit of hairspray and call it a day. But let me show her to you guys. So see how it's covering her eye. She has a little bit of movement, tiny bevel at the end. I know my mannequin's hair, you know, her ends aren't looking the absolute best. It's like I said, she's straight out of the box. So if she was fresh cut, she would kind of twirl under a little bit. So not too worried about that though. But you can see this style, pretty much the entire look is being created with this front section. So like I said, that's why you want to blow dry that area first. But there you have it, guys. The Glam Girl, soft, shiny, super pretty, really good basic blowout. Thanks for watching the Glam Girl blowout.